Well, hello everybody, it's Rob the Undead Gamer, and you can see my face! Yeah, I got my hair cut. What? So today I really want to talk about MMOs because there's just been loads and loads and loads of news recently, last couple of months. This year has been quite a big MMO sort of news thing year. Anyway, let's kick things off with everyone's favourite MMO, World of Warcraft. Woo, yes! Bad game now. Anyway, Mr. Pandaria, Blizzard have released an announced date. Or an announced date? No, they've released a release date. They've announced a release date for the Mr. Pandaria expansion pack. With the Mr. Pandaria release date being the 25th of September this year. Now, Mr. Pandaria sort of come to a lot of complaints and critical review from players of World of Warcraft. You know, a lot of people thinking it's just World of Warcraft's just a joke now, which you know, I don't know. Mr. Pandaria looks quite good. It's done quite well. Some fans are enjoying it, and hey, if you want to run around as a panda and catch them all, yes, that's a Pokemon reference, then go for it. Hell, enjoy yourself. But WoW has lost a lot of subs recently. A lot of subscribers opting out and not playing the game anymore, which has been quite a blow for Blizzard. I mean, this year alone they've lost 1.1 million players. 1.1 million subscribers of WoW have gone. That's quite a large amount. But, you know, they digress, they carry on, and you know, we'll see what happens to the Mr. Pandaria when it comes out on World of Warcraft in general, because I don't think it's dead yet, really. I mean, I don't play the game, so I don't really know. I don't play it anymore anyway. I don't really know the current status of it, but it's not looking too good. But we'll see what Mr. Pandaria brings. More in the news is LOTRO, Turbine's Lord of the Rings Online, the free-to-play Lord of the Rings MMO, which is awesome. I don't play it anymore, but awesome game. But their latest expansion, Riders of Rohan, they've been hyping it up a little bit, but in the right way. Not Peter Molyneux hype, the right sort of hype. Then they're just releasing update videos about new content to explore, gameplay, class systems, all of that. Loads of new development videos which they're releasing on YouTube and on their website, and it is looking pretty good. I mean, especially for a free-to-play MMO, LOTRO is probably one of the best ones out there. So, you know, if you can, go check it out because it looks pretty good. And as for a release date for the Riders of Rohan, that will be hitting us on the 5th of September this year. So pretty close to the Mr. Pandaria release date and beforehand, so we'll see what happens there. Also, recently been announced Guild Wars 2 release date. Pretty exciting, especially for what's going to be a free-to-play MMO. Now the game looks really quite good. Graphically it looks absolutely stunning, and as a new MMO that's just coming out and it's free-to-play, it looks great. And with Guild Wars 2 coming out later this month on the 28th of August, it's getting people pretty excited, and we'll see what this new MMO can bring to the MMO genre and the whole, you know, the whole caboozle of MMO. Also on the headlines of free-to-play MMOs, or going in that direction, sadly BioWare's Star Wars The Old Republic has, well, it come out earlier this year and already it's a dying MMO. It's a dying game, which is quite sad really, but they're making it or turning it into a free-to-play MMO, which for fans is pretty cool, but they've lost a lot of their subscriber player base, a lot, and it's slowly a dying game, which is quite sad for something that's a really new MMO and one that looked to be sort of doing all the right things and some new things which were going in the right direction. You know, the cutscenes with dialogue, I mean, that's great. I think more MMOs should do things like that. But slowly it's a dying game, so BioWare are turning it into a free-to-play MMO, which I think is going to help the game, not only to bring back previous players maybe, but also interest new players who weren't ready to pay a subscription fee to play a game. So that's pretty cool, and hopefully we won't see that game dying anytime soon, because it'd be quite sad if it did, seeing as it's only been out, what, 6-ish months or something like that? You know, it's not been around for long, and to see it die that quick is pretty sad. So hopefully this free-to-play direction will hopefully save the game. But speaking of free-to-play, and seeing as World of Warcraft, going back to that, has lost quite a lot of its player base, I think maybe, you know, if it keeps going the way it is with World of Warcraft, if it keeps sort of like they keep losing subscriptions and players, then I think maybe free-to-play would be the direction they need to go in on, you know? You know, they've been at the top of the game of the MMO ladder for a long, long time. You know, they've done a lot of things right, and they've done a lot of things that a lot of MMOs can learn from. But slowly, you know, they're sort of dying a bit, which is quite good because it's making room for newer and better MMOs, you know. But I think maybe free-to-play in the end might be the way forward for them, for Blizzard. We'll see. Also, an MMO that I don't think a lot of people have heard about is an MMO called The Secret World, which is out now, I believe. I think it is anyway. But anyway, it's out now, and it's a very, very new MMO, and it's sort of taking a real new stance on the whole genre. It's set in the modern day world, and it basically sort of follows the convention of sort of conspiracy theories and the supernatural and things like that. It's got a modern day setting, so you've got real places to go to, like London, New York, places like that. And it's really quite interesting. It's bringing some new things to the genre. Like, you know, you've got to do your research. It's not sort of like a straightforward MMO, go here, kill this sort of thing. It's sort of go here, there's a clue, work it out. You know, it's even got an inbuilt sort of Google server into the game, which is really quite cool. So that's sort of one to have a look at and check out if you're interested. Also on the agenda, the last MMO I want to talk about, one that I'm really quite excited for, there's no surprises why, is Final Fantasy XIV Online. Now, this game came out 2010 and it was bad. It was a very, very bad game and died out pretty quickly, but it was still around, people were still playing it. And last year it was like free to play for nearly a whole year, and the guys at Square Enix totally kicked out and booted out the original Final Fantasy XIV development team, and they brought in a new one. And then they announced version 2.0, which will be releasing sort of, well, they said this year. So anyway, for about a year now, they've been improving the game, and it's gone through dramatic improvement and looks amazing. Right now, it looks pretty good. But 2.0 was announced, and the game's improving. The game's improving every day. The game's improving a lot. But more recently, 2.0 has been given an official title, A Realm Reborn. Basically, they're just going to reboot the whole entire game. Sort of do like there's going to be sort of like a cataclysm event in the game, and it's going to be A Realm Reborn. And the game just, it's going to improve. It looks really quite exciting. If you know, they've been releasing trailers for A Realm Reborn, and you know, updates are coming out sort of fairly regularly, all the time more or less. But hopefully we'll hear a lot more from this game. Tokyo Game Show coming up soon, and even the Final Fantasy 25th anniversary convention, which is happening I think in September around that time. So, but Realm Reborn's set to sort of hit beta around Christmas time, or well, no, I think around October, November, that sort of time this year, and we should hopefully see a release either at the end of the year or the very start of next year. Also, which is exciting, the whole PS3 release of the game, yeah, that's going to be happening with A Realm Reborn. So people have been waiting, or had waited for about 2 years for the game to be on PlayStation. It's finally going to happen, but in the new Realm Reborn version of the game, which, to be honest, I think is going to totally reboot the game, and it's certainly going to be one to watch. So Final Fantasy XIV, which was pretty much died as soon as it come out, I think it's definitely going to be one to watch. Definitely. Okay, well that's it guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. So, but let me know, do you play MMOs at all? And if you do, what do you play? Are you excited for anything I've spoken about today? If you are, let me know in the comments down below. So, as always, thanks for watching. I'm the Undead Gamer. See you next time!